It did.
Hey, babe.
Baby.
Hey, babe. What's up, babe?
We just smoked Sativa. Or is it Sativa?
Sativa.
Sativa.
Stevia.
Sativa.
What do you think about artificial sweetness?
Artificial sweeteners, I heard when I watched a documentary about how they make sugar that actually...
NG, right? No good.
No. Artificial sweeteners are actually better for you than sugar. Ooh. Sugar is one of the worst substances you can put in your body.
True. But I thought the party line for a while was there was a backlash of artificial sweeteners saying like, oh, maybe they cause cancer or they're not tested or allegedly.
According to the documentary I watched, was
sugar put a hit out?
Yes, they
Big
did
Sugar?
a hit piece. Big
no,
Sugar
really?
Did, I swear to God, Big Sugar did a hit piece and said that really that the article, what these little scumbags do is they write articles that have not been peer reviewed or researched for long enough and then go with one thing that happened in one part of the article and then they put that out to the mainstream and then people believe. That's what happened with cow's milk. There's no real reason that human beings need to be digesting the milk of a cow. But one study said that it was good, and then you say, oh, calcium and bones, and there's no scientific reason why a cow and a human should be sharing fluids.
Wow.
Can we get much higher?
And this is what happens with sugar. Sugar is the worst possible thing you could put in your child's body. I do it daily. But and when I watched this documentary, it just said that
the sugar,
I just want to phrase it right.
Big Sugar.
It
was a hit piece on artificial sweeteners.
It was a hit piece on artificial sweeteners, and it just said that the article that was not reviewed by the peers in the 60s kind of shit on artificial sweeteners, saying it was going to give you cancer.
Right.
Because it gave one little mouse a brain tumor, but that brain tumor could have
been from
something else. It could have been from his years as a carpenter.
Right.
So they said that it actually does not cause cancer drinking diet sodas.
You're making a reference directly to carpenter mice, right?
Carpenter mice.
Okay. I didn't know if you just said carpenter because that's a profession that you thought of first and maybe you weren't referencing carpenter mice. And if so, that would have been an amazing
Do you ever think, I think about that sometimes. Sometimes I genuinely think, because, Jesus was a carpenter and his father was a carpenter. And when I see those commercials for mesothelioma, I'm like, Joseph got a lawsuit on his hands.
Yeah.
I think about that.
Oh,
how many, do you think, let me tell you something.
Yeah,
let me ask you this.
Asbestos?
Do you think,
Shout out asbestos.
What diseases and disorders do you think are here only because of nuclear bombs?
There's got to be some, right?
You
think a lot?
I think you'd be remiss to find people in history who've had some of the diseases we have, and I do believe they're from nuclear bombs. I think that Albert Einstein is cancer. He created it.
You think so?
Well, he's the one who's...
So those are some big words. You got to be ready to back that up.
Or Oppenheimer. I meant to say Robert Oppenheimer.
I was like, Einstein estate. Oppenheimer? Yeah.
Do you know that for a paper that I wrote, and I was a history major, okay? The man who created the Manhattan Project and in charge of the Manhattan Project was a man named Robert Oppenheimer. For my entire college final essay to get a major in history, which I got, I believe, an 80 on, but I got 20 points deducted for this mistake, is every single time I wrote Robert Oppenheimer, I mispronounced and I said Robert. I put Robert. Hold on. Instead of Robert Oppenheimer, I put Robert Spunkmeyer. Which is a cookie company.
Otis?
Yes, Otis Spunkmeyer. I put Robert Spunkmeyer.
By accident?
In my head, because I used to eat those a lot for some reason because I wrote that paper all in one sitting.
20 points.
I put Robert Spunkmeyer created the nuclear bomb. And I mixed up Otis Spunkmeyer and Robert Oppenheimer, and I just said Robert Spunkmeyer, and then she crossed it out with a pen upwards of 50 times, writing Oppenheimer through my Spunkmeyer. And I proofread it multiple times and was like, this is legit. I was like, this essay slaps. And I put Robert Spunkmeyer. Oh, literally, dude.
You know what I used to do?
Is that Bernie Sanders? What a pussy! Look at Bernie Sanders getting around.
He looks like what's the dude from Honey I Shrunk the Kid? He looks like Rick Moranis.
It looks like it's like the start of like a porn cuck video, like where they're like wrapping this guy up.
That is hysterical, man.
Bernie Sanders.
It looks like a scene of a movie. It looks fake.
He's getting arrested.
Look at the cops. It looks like a movie uniform. Cop uniforms. You know.
Where do you think it happens? Like, oh, you know what I want to bring to Hey Babe. That I have two things I'd like to say to you.
Yeah.
One, that I know we spoke about a couple episodes ago, but I think that when you take a psychedelic, okay, or a mushroom, ayahuasca, anything, I am starting to think that is base reality. This is not base reality. I think that because of the level of distractions.
That's a fun angle.
The level of distractions we have, the foods we put in our body, all the chemicals that we pump up into our body, which, naturally are legal and safe, affect our brain and consciousness to a point that we are not in base reality. And I do believe that the ancient Mayans, the ancient Egyptians, maybe even the ancient Italians that had all these wonderful works of art, the Da Vinci's, and all these beautiful things that we marvel at. How did they do that? How did they figure that out? I do believe because their brains were closer to functioning in the reality that a psilocybin brings you to, and that was their base reality. Wow. Was seeing things.
Is this something that you have read about and agree with, or is this something that you've articulated these thoughts that you're having right now?
It's something I've read about,
because that was a very well laid out argument.
It's something I've read about, and then kind of trying to do my own didactic research and say this is what it is. And I will tell you this: I want to make this statement right now into the camera. I truly believe that the ancient Mayans saw things in colors that don't exist.
To us.
Yes, to us. And I think when you watch a show like Ancient Aliens, and you watch that show, and they're trying to figure out how they could have done this and why they drew that, and is this a space helmet? I think it's simply the fact that they were not distracted. They were not bogged down by caffeine. They were living life. They were every single day. They got barefoot and plugged their feet into the sand, onto the floor, got charged up through the earth. They only put products that the earth could supply. No man-made food, no man-made chemicals, nothing in a lab.
Right.
Only things the earth gave you. And when you only take from the earth, right, the earth only giveth back. And what the earth giveth back to you is
like, whoa.
It's like, whoa. And it's seeing vibrations and colors and looking up at the stars and literally unlocking the universe with your eyes, because people can't understand how the Egyptians were able to get such an angle, such a perfect angle of a pyramid that can't be even replicated by modern machinery today. And I thought, well, maybe they just looked up at the universe and without any distractions at all said, I am one of the universe, and the universe gave them the answers on how to do this. And I don't know that our brains, I believe that we are the most technologically advanced, cannot debate that, but I do not think spiritually we are the most advanced. I think if anything, we've regressed, and that's why it's very difficult to look back in history and figure it out.
Wow. Dude, I got to tell you, for someone who's high, you did not stammer in what you were trying to say and communicate at all. You led every single sentence cleanly with another sentence. You weren't at a loss for words. You didn't have trouble pinpointing exactly what you wanted to say, and you said it so measured, like it had been written. That was an excellent. I think you rewind this, you go back and look at yourself, and you're like, that is a well-spoken man.
That felt like a freestyle.
Dude, that was off the dome.
Speaking of freestyle, let's watch Brendan Sagalow.
Before we do, I have a question for you guys.
Wait, you were telling me that he raps. I had no idea.
Brendan Sagalow, comedian extraordinaire, guest of Chrissy
great
Chaos.
dude,
Will be
friend.
a guest. Will be a guest of Hey Babe. 1/3 of the.
Can't wait.
I always forget what's the name of their podcast again.
What's the scenario?
What's the scenario? Because it used to be Irish Goodbye, but now it's What's the Scenario.
Oh yeah.
1/3 of
Feeney.
with of course Mike Cannon and Mike
McCann.
Feeney.
Yeah, 3 of the best guys.
And then Brendan Sagalow, who now raps.
That's great.
This is a 4-minute song called
Oh, time out. Is this comedic?
At Times.
Respect his art.
But no. What is his angle?
Pimp, can you elaborate on what Brendan Sagalow's rap angle is?
Is he? Is it straight? Is
As
he?
far as I got the story from him, he's out of rap now, but it's a world he got sucked into for a few months, and it actually took time away from stand-up. He got very lost in his work.
And he said that he couldn't really figure out what he wanted his rap name to be, and he slaved over it. And then I said very quickly, "What about Brendan Sagaflow?" And he said, "Damn." That was it. He was like, "That was it."
That's good. Oh, so genuinely, he was trying to pick up being a hip hop artist or being a rapper.
His name is Seg Daddy the God.
Wow. And just because because he loves it and he got interested in it, and he said, "I'm going to give this a whirl."
I think
I applaud that.
I think what he said to himself is he got to, I think, a point in his spiritual journey that's very difficult to do here in today's world because he's not an ancient Mayan,
right?
From what I know.
Yeah.
I think he said to himself, and I've said this before, but I'm thinking about it now. In the words of Winston Churchill,
yeah,
I think he said, "You know what? Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It's the courage to continue that counts." That's what I think Sagaflow said to himself.
What did this sativa unlock in your brain
I
that
think
you are quoting Churchill to the letter?
That was beautiful.
Winston Churchill, if you're going through hell, just keep going. That's what he said.
Yeah. So is that good advice?
I don't know.
I'm an executive by day and a wild man by night.
Okay, so this is
Wait,
clearly
this is a
comedy.
joke.
Right?
This is a
Hi,
joke.
my name is Mike, and if you're watching this tape smoking your cigarette, press the fast forward button because I don't smoke and I don't like anyone who does smoke. I'm not afraid to get sand in my tuxedo if you're
wearing
not
hats
afraid
since the
to let
Florida
wind
Strawberry
mess up
Festival.
your hair a little bit when I take the top down. I'm looking for a trendy girl with a simple smile. What did it say here? Hold on. I took a sponge ball and I was cleaning out this girl's ear. I'm looking for the goddess. Are you the goddess? Well, who's the goddess? Anyone can be the goddess. I forgot to say my name.
It's the God Sag Daddy, Duck Duck Goose, and all you fatties like the tatties that I'm covered with. My arms are filled with baddies. Been battling some demons constantly. I'm Constantine.
I'm a fan
It feels like Christmas. I woke up and read my green. I'm towing missiles with vernacular and rapid gives impacted people in my life like Walter White. Won't stop until my capture. Been rapping for a year. It's pretty clear your man's spectacular. You're clapping at my face. I'm slapping yours like Ken McAllister. You're sliding on a pole. I'm sliding down my banister. Can't wait to get my mitts on your girl, your wife, or your manager. I'm
It's actually
handing
good.
you a man that has so many talents, even feminists are down with all this valid shit. I'm plowing bitches like I'm Homer J. I'm getting domed from hoes in Shelbyville, and even Thomas Shelby couldn't cut me, and not many will. I'm plenty chill until my personality.
Be a background dancer.
They call me McAvoy just by the joy I get from X-Men. I'm flexing my gift game when I'm texting these chicks, man. I'm shit at math, cause my ADD is crazy. So let's say I'm on a
What do you think?
Yo, Sag Daddy.
I was closing my. I wasn't watching. I just wanted to hear the flow. I didn't realize that was the video at first. I thought it was just a sketch he did. The concept of the video is very cool.
Sag Daddy the God Cutlery music video. Yo, I kind of like this fucking song.
Fun, man.
Yeah, he killed it.
Wow. Shout out.
You
Sag Daddy.
Sag Daddy to God.
What kind of album would you guys make? Why not go comedy and music?
I think, honestly, man, I would love to be able to sing R&B.
Okay.
I don't want to rap.
What would your single be of your first album?
Some type, R&B is good. The name of my first track would be like, Girl, I Want to Love You Like a Mayan.
Yeah.
No, you know what I've always had the dream of doing? Dead serious. I want to sing the national anthem.
You mean
the Mets game, right?
I could sing it at a Mets game.
All right. I want you right now, okay? I want you to sing it.
Right now.
I want you to sing it, but I want you to sing it truly, truly, promise, the best that you possibly can.
Okay.
Should we get a test run right now?
Yeah.
You want the
Should I try to
lyrics?
do it off the top of my dome, or can we pull the lyrics
Let's
up?
do the lyrics.
Don't make the lyrics a problem. Get the lyrics if you need the lyrics.
All right.
What I want to focus on is if you truly we did this on as a punishment on Jokers last season.
Okay.
For charity, we had Joe. It was during the pandemic. We had Joe Gatto. We sold tickets to live to Joe Gatto singing "The Wind Beneath My Wings" to the best of his possible abilities.
Okay.
So we had like thousands and thousands of people stream in, and he was in a studio, and he came out in like a tuxedo and velvet in front of him, and he had to sing for charity like the best he possibly could, and it was so ridiculous, dude. He said we could. Oh, I don't think we could play. We play him.
yanked.
Oh, we can't play Jokers.
It'll get
Yeah.
yanked, yeah.
It was really funny, dude. So
I'll
I just
try
want to
it.
hear because the funny part is the earnesty and you truly trying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Right up here, right? What's up, everybody? You know I'm high. Go to christycomedy.com for Tiki Wikis. I got a brand new hour of stand-up material. We got September 28th in Madison, Wisconsin, September 29th in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, September 30th in Chicago, October 1st in Minneapolis. We've also added a show in London on October 6th at the theater there. And we got Belfast has got some tickets left. And I'm high. So christycomedy.com, look up for all the rest of the Tiki Wikis that you see. Your city's on there. Go find it. Philadelphia, go find it. Whatever. And then in the South in December, Charleston, Charlotte, New Orleans, Houston. I'm going to a hybrid city between Charlotte and Charleston called Charleston. But it's all in there, babe. Also Montclair, I'm coming home. Yeah. ChristyComedy.com for ticket.
All right. Well, I'll just go off the heels of that.
Go on.
I start on the road again October 14th.
You're starting some shit October 14th.
October 14th, we're stirring shit up. I'm going through to the new year, and this is who's on the thing right now. We got Hamilton, Ontario, and Toronto, October 14th and 15th. Second show added in Toronto. Thank you, Toronto.
Oh.
How about Richmond, Virginia, and Hershey, Pennsylvania on October 28th and 29th? Hershey, we added a second show. Thank you. I might want to go to the Hershey Park there.
Go.
Have you gone?
They turn Hershey Park into like a Halloween thing around your time you're there.
Oh my God, I'm there
They do
right.
like a Fright Fest.
Oh wow, that's great. I'll
it's
go.
like Hershey After Dark.
Oh, 2 shows same day.
But okay, stay an extra day, live.
Keep it open.
All right,
They
Richmond,
won't keep it
Virginia. That
The
one.
capital.
Yeah. How are they over there? Have you been there?
Never been to Richmond, Virginia, but I'd love to go because I do need a picture with their state capital.
That's one of the ones you don't have.
I don't have it.
Well, want to come with me to Richmond? I'm there on October 28th. Okay, and let's just fast
I
forward.
would go.
I would love for you to come. Let me know.
I think I have a show though.
Okay. November 11th, 12th, and 13th. We're in Knoxville, Atlanta, and Birmingham. See how I said that?
Birmingham, not the UK.
No, Alabama's.
Also,
Alabama,
well, it's not the
Bam.
capital of Alabama.
It's not.
Montgomery is.
Atlanta, we added a second show. Thank you, Atlanta. And they don't like when you say Hotlanta.
What venue is it in Atlanta?
Center Stage Theater.
Good theater.
Is it?
I don't know.
Okay. Knoxville Civic Auditorium though is
Sounds good.
is massive, but I just did not a whole bunch of Tennessee, and now I'm like, I don't know, are people going to come because it's so close to each other?
They'll come to Knoxville.
Yeah.
They'll come to Knoxville.
Okay.
If you do a promo with Johnny Knoxville.
Okay. Oh, I'd love that. Do you know him?
No.
Is this still the intro?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to be in Louisville on November 18th and Evansville on November 19th. And I'm really excited. Louisville, I haven't been there, so come on through. And then in December, this is it. We got December 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. I'm in Jacksonville, Tampa, and Orlando. Tampa, we added a show in Tampa, so thank you, Tampa. I appreciate you. Tampa Tony.
Tampa Tony.
And then December 16th, 17th, and 18th, I'm finally coming out all the way to the west. Sacramento, San Jose, and Santa Rosa, California. And everything's available now at salvulcanocomedy.com.
And one more thing. Don't forget about the new merch.
Please order merch.
Okay?
Go to our websites. Merch links are there. Hot merch, T-shirts, sweatshirts, stickers. What else we got?
Everything, dude.
Everything.
No pressure. No, ChristyComedy.com, SalVulcanoComedy.com, and
the links in these videos.
The links are in these videos. And yeah, baby, we got all those merch up.
All right, thank you. Wait. Is something in your mouth?
No.
Do you have mint in your mouth?
No.
Oh, okay.
Why?
I didn't want you to sing with the mint.
Does my mouth look swollen?
No, it looked like you made a gesture that to me notified me you might have had a mint in your mouth, and now you're about to start singing to the best of your ability, and I didn't want that to hamper it.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
I've never heard you sing before, really?
That was beautiful.
How bad? Is it bad?
I've never heard anyone probably that doesn't sing that long to their genuine best effort like that.
That was my best effort.
It's so fun. I think more people should do that for themselves.
Because it's genuinely hilarious.
It's so pure and it's so genuinely funny. Like more people should be like play that game with their friends. Be like, all right, sing this song to the best of your ability.
And you cannot laugh.
You can't laugh, and you really got to try because those notes, some of those notes you were hitting were insane.
Why don't we just make it like a fan challenge? Just have the fans do the national anthem.
Yeah,
sing the national anthem of your respective country.
Yeah, sing the national anthem of your respective country to the best of your abilities into camera and write, what do you want to call it?
A hashtag, what do you want to do?
Hey Babe National Anthem.
By the way, just real quick, trending, I want to say happy birthday, Jungkook, who I think is a big Korean K-pop. It's it's today, the day we're filming. So by the time this comes out, I want you and everyone who's listening to wish Jungkook a happy belated birthday. So if we could start the hashtag happy belated birthday Jungkook Day.
Good call.
So that, and then also hashtag Hey Babe National Anthem. What are they getting for this? Just we're going to retweet, show the best ones.
What other piece of clothes don't you like?
Yes, I was going to say hashtag Hey Babe National Anthem, just like we did the Hey Babe hashtag Hey Babe worst hat,
stupid hat, Hey Babe stupid hat,
hashtag Hey Babe stupid hat. Who
remember
you have to reenact your favorite Hey Babe scene. For this one, all you need to do is to the best of your abilities, filmed in front of an audience, could be of your family, of your friends, but there have to be people there in the room on video watching. Film, sing the national anthem to the best of your ability from your respective country. Tweet it at Hey Babe National Anthem, hashtag Hey Babe National Anthem.
Or post a video on Instagram.
Or post a video and tag us at Hey Babe Pod. And we will give you we will give you.
Well, we'll certainly play them.
Well,
we'll play it, and I think why don't we give them?
By the way, submit for both if you want.
By the way, is there any more clothes you don't like? We could give the fans stuff you don't like.
Clothes?
Just like your hat.
Oh shit!
Yeah, why don't
I
we?
got tons of that.
So why don't we do that?
Yeah, I could get stuff from my closet that I don't want.
Yeah, let's do that.
Hell yeah!
Rather than giving it all away to the Salvation Army, let's give it away to the Hey Babe Army. Let's give them an article of clothing that we'll sign.
Hashtag Hey Babe Stupid Hat. Hashtag Hey Babe National Anthem.
And let's give them not even merch. I'm not, because you can get the merch online. I'm talking about an
World
article of
War.
clothing from our closet that we will sign and give to you.
Is that weird?
No,
Right,
you can't get it anywhere else but our closet.
Okay. So, and what was the prize for the
They win the hat.
The shitty hat.
the hat? Okay.
They win the shitty hat.
Okay. Well, the hat is part of the show now,
Yeah.
but you know, like whatever, something from your closet autographed is probably a good motivator as well. I would think if I was a fan of something.
So weird.
What is on your mind right now, Sal? Something that really resonated with you in a positive or negative way. What's on your mind? What's something what's something that's moving you, an emotion that you can articulate?
Jesus Christ.
Like anything that you've been feeling over the last week, the last day.
What's
Something
moving in a positive?
could be positive, could be negative, could be deep, could be surface. There really are no wrong answers. It's like meditation. You just let it happen. Do you want me to go first?
I feel like you should.
So I can just, the emotion that I've been trying to articulate lately and where I think I'm feeling is conflicted. Not conflict, but conflicted. I feel in many aspects of my world from everything. It seems like everywhere, everything I do, from making a decision to order food to what to wear, it feels like I have my feet in two places and I'm straddling two worlds. And what I need is to pick a side. I've been trying to pick a side, and that's what leads to the depression. That's what leads to the anxiety is if you can just get to a place where you can have 2 feet on either side of whatever the fence may hold, you will inevitably be better. Even if you realize you chose wrong, at least you won't be conflicted and being torn down the middle. You'll be whole. So is there anything happening to you like that?
No.
Okay. The f*** is he training for? Look at this guy. What the fuck? Oh my God. This is from official D-Flex 1. Look at this video. Oh my God. Look at that. The flexibility is next level.
The timing of you turning it just from that conversation into that.
Could you imagine your first day back at the gym and that's
on?
what you walk into? That's very difficult what he's doing, by the way.
His front,
is that Little Nas X?
He's front over back.
Front over back.
He's his legs.
How is he not hitting his nuts?
Oh my God, he's got.
Look at his ass in here.
His feet are weighted down like fucking.
Look
at what's putting a tent in the guy. He's just driven stakes.
Look at the crack of his ass. It almost looks fake.
Why is he doing it?
The fuck is he training for?
Where is his Where are his balls in this scenario?
Look at his ass crack. Oh, it's funny, man. Good for this kid. Don't try that at home.
How do you find out about that?
I don't know.
Did you guys see this cloud?
No, that's real?
Come on.
It happened in China.
That's wild, babe. It's got to be some type of thing, though, with like, it's always, they always say, oh, it's because of this dust or sand or air pollution. I hate that there's always an explanation.
Could have been a Benetton publicity stunt.
Yeah, exactly. That's actually what we confession, we did that to sell the Hey Babe Rainbow merch.
That's it. That's right. I have never seen, have you ever heard or seen of a rainbow cloud before? I have not until this moment.
The only things I've ever really, immediately, when I say the word rainbow, what's the next word that pops in your head?
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what mine is?
What?
Cookie.
Ah.
Every single time since I've been a boy, you say rainbow, in my head I go, cookie.
Wow. I favor calling them 7 layers. So that's why that's not like at the top of my Rolodex there.
I have a question for you guys. If you could have any superpower, if you could give yourself your own superpower, what would it be?
I think it's always between flying, and invisibility for me.
Mine would be.
But what do you need to be invisible for, you know?
And in many ways,
could be fun, but
at least for the first 5 years of my comedy career, according to my bank account, I was invisible.
Right.
I wasn't on the grid.
So
I was invisible.
You already achieved that.
I achieved invisibility.
Yeah.
Flight, I believe
You're flying right now.
I was going to say I'm high as I can be right now. Plus, I've been in airlines. Something that I think you can't feel at all. I would like to be electricity. I'd like to be electricity.
Wow.
That's what I'd like to do. Be electricity, be able to use electricity and harness it and use it,
How does it manifest itself from you? Like shooting stuff out of your hands?
Yeah, or
just you powering
my whole thing's
electromagnetic.
electromagnetic. You could lay your phone on me.
So who's that? That guy exists already, right? He's a villain somewhere.
Well, there was a woman who got struck by lightning. There was an article about this. I actually just saw it. There was a woman who got struck by lightning, and then something happened when she got struck by lightning that it kind of made her a conductor for electricity, and she was struck by lightning upwards of 50 more times in her life, to the point now where if it's even a cloud in the sky, she cannot go outside, and she has to sit, I swear to God, she has to sit in a specifically coded room in her house that doesn't conduct electricity, or else she will get struck by light. She will continuously get struck by lightning. She's been struck by lightning like upwards of 50 times. Every time she walked outside, it would find her.
Like, crack the door open, like, look.
Yeah.
Be like,
she made a claim that they were sitting in like this room that didn't have the conductor thing or whatever. She thought she was safe, and then the lightning made like a circle bolt shape and hit her. Like it finds her.
That's insane, dude. Just the last article I read about someone that got struck by lightning said that they died.
They died?
Yeah.
Direct hit?
But I thought that was, I thought the norm was, I've heard of a lot of people getting hit by lightning and not dying.
What's
so
a nice?
You could. I actually feel like I heard more stories about people surviving getting hit by lightning than being killed by lightning.
What's an interesting phenomenon is when people get struck by lightning and their entire personality changes, or you ever see that guy got struck by lightning and then he just constantly paints and he had no artistic ability at all?
I think one time we talked about something.
You ever seen the guy that can make sculptures at a microscopic level that are so well fine-tuned and crafted? Like, pull up man who can make microscopic sculptures. Man who can make microscopic sculptures. And then I want to talk about how I believe the mind is actually in the stomach.
Okay. You are a bit of a philosopher.
If I'm a philosopher, I think I just listen to a lot of Joe Rogan clips.
Okay.
And then I just try to do the research on my own.
Got it.
But I mean, look at this guy. This is like the modern day Da Vinci. This is Da Vinci in blackface. This is the kid, by the way, who I saw at the Soho House in Staten Island.
His wings made blow like
What?
My name is Dr. Willard Wigan, MD.
This guy.
Made sculptures.
What's he working on?
This guy,
Inside a human hair. I think it's about 15 microns. I'm not sure.
a man with a British accent, like this man with this British accent,
You can't go. Oh yes, I.
he's just sounds smarter.
Yeah, 100%.
He's just a man with a British accent.
No chance. Because
But look at how crazy that is.
I bet you put it.
A motorbike that's the size of a human hair.
Hold your breath for a
How
long
does he
time,
do that?
And your movement has to be very, very minimalistic. You have to move in microns. But I know when you get the Queen of England writing you a letter saying how much she appreciates what you've made
Oh
for
my
her,
God.
which is a crown, which I made for the Queen. Which
How do you
rests
even,
on
again, how do you even get into this? How do you
I think he
figure
was
it out?
struck by lightning. No, I'm serious. I think that's what happened to him.
It was a house for an ant, furniture for ants.
I would put it on
I
display
used my dad's
under a
razor blade,
magnifying
broke a
glass
piece of
in your
razor blade
house.
off and started creating, sculpting away. It was a natural ability. Having the
Oh, okay. He was struck by lightning as a child. He used to make furniture for ants.
Wow,
This guy's
that's
wild.
awesome.
Choon, choon. That's the sound of Shopify.
No, man.
Do it.
Cha-ching.
Cha-ching. That's the sound of Shopify. Whoop, whoop. That's a cha-ching. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of Shopify.
Shopify.
Gives entrepreneurs the resources once reserved for big business, the business. So upstarts, startups, and establishes business, the businesses alike can control everything, everywhere, synchronize online, and the in-person sales. Believe me.
The cha-ching is the sound of another sale on Shopify.
That's what it's the sound of.
I love it. For some reason, I love hearing that sound effect. Scaling your business is a journey of endless possibility. We started out selling in the beginning some stuff.
Honestly, I'm going to be honest with you right now. I'm still selling shit on the side on Shopify.
There you go. It's
I got
that
my
good.
own revenue stream, so go ahead.
He scrolled. There you go.
Yeah.
Shopify powers millions of businesses from first sale all the way to full scale. Synchronize your online and your personal sales. Reach customers across social networks. They have a suite of integrations for all the apps: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest. It grows with you, Shopify. The possibilities, all of it is powered by Shopify. Go to shopify.com/heybabe, all lowercase. For a free 14-day trial and get full access to Shopify's entire suite of features. Grow your business with Shopify today. Go to shopify.com/heybabe, all lowercase right now. Shopify.com/heybabe.
DoorDash.
Ding dong.
Ding dong.
The Dash is
DoorDash.
back, bringing you a nice little snack. Ding dong. DoorDash is back. Yeah.
300,000 partners. You can support your neighborhood go-tos or choose from your national restaurants like Popeyes, Chipotle, and the Cheesecake Factory.
That's right.
Get drinks,
You
get snacks.
Other essential items, not just from restaurants you love. Drinks, snacks, and other household items in under 60 minutes.
You looking like a snack, DoorDash.
You're not just getting things you love. You're supporting your community too.
Which is is the main thing.
The Dashers, they're the people driving around. Each purchase provides a new opportunity for everyone involved because with DoorDash, there's a neighborhood of good in every order.
For a limited time, our listeners can get 25% off and 0 delivery fees on their first order of $15 or more when you download the DoorDash app and enter the code HeyBabe. That's 25% off, up to $10 value, and 0 delivery fees when you first order. When you download the DoorDash app in the App Store and enter the code HeyBabe. Don't forget this code HeyBabe for 25% of your first order with DoorDash. Subject to change in terms apply.
I'm using DoorDash tonight for dinner.
Can you pause it just 1 second, and then I want to finish this? But it's so wild. Because Pimp and I were talking before this. We were talking before the show started. We believe that autism, like right now we're humans at 1 point, factory setting 1.5, that autism is 2.0, that actually what being autistic really means is you're actually have a futuristic brain. Like you're more from the future. You're like all these people, like an autism is it's almost an upgrade, not a downgrade. In other words, like we talk about it as being on a spectrum, but most people who are genuine artists and genuine savants like this man usually fall somewhere on a spectrum, like him saying he has autism, that it's almost like his brain is doing things that are blowing our mind. So how is autism a defect. If anything, it feels like an upgrade. And Pimp and I talked about really
hyper progressive in one area.
Yes.
And not,
autism, but autism only really started coming about, like being diagnosed after the nuclear bombs were dropped. So Pimp is saying that when we dropped the nuclear bombs, it caused a rip in a continuum, in a parallel unit, and when we see UFOs, it's not.
Well, I listen to Tom DeLonge on Steve-O's pod.
Okay.
And he gets paid by the government to study UFOs. He's like legit. And he had a theory that the nukes reached parallel universes, and that between each universe is like a veil. And that the aliens are actually kind of time travelers rather than aliens. That they just time travel from a parallel universe.
Yeah. Yeah.
That means time travel is possible.
That's what they think.
Than that theory.
Well, theoretically,
we will live to see eating chips. We will live long enough. Our civilization will go long enough to have those UFOs be us.
Yeah.
Theoretically, if time travel exists,
What's happening right now?
If time travel exists, it's been created already. If it exists, it's here.
Right.
Then it's here already. Because if it's the future, that's what begs the question too. Is everything's happening now? There is really no. The only reason why time is not real. Time is a man-made construct.
Sure.
So it doesn't exist. We call time, but it's just not real. This is not what the universe has given you. The universe says everything's just happening now. Because if you take how big the universe is, and just to make it easily to digest, how long we're here, time, it really comes down to 500 years ago was like a second. So it's all happening now. And that actually makes me less anxious, because it makes me feel like, well, if I truly am of the universe and I'm the same material as the stars, then I know I had to be something before and I'll be something after. And it doesn't actually ever end.
I wish I could believe that.
So where do you think
that feels good?
So
I just wish I believed that.
So where do you think your energy goes when you die? What happens to the vessel that holds your soul?
I don't know.
Because the soul is real. It has to be. Do you think that the soul, what you're really speaking to is my soul, okay? My body is just like a vessel. It's just a meat vessel. But the soul is what, I believe, the soul is what's born and put in a factory of bodies. The bodies is the least important thing.
Uh-huh.
It's the soul.
I hope that's true.
But going back to that, the mind now is being, science is starting to find out that the mind, most of it exists in the gut. And that's another reason why they think people thought differently and painted differently and had different visions, is because they were eating different foods and bacteria that we don't eat anymore that have all been sanitized out. So their gut health was different, therefore making their brains and mind different. And look at, the chemistry of a human being in 1400 is radically different than the chemistry of a human being in 2022. It's a different type of thing. They may genuinely have seen different colors and different shapes. And I'm talking about they are a different operating system. They might even be a different species that just has the same meat vessel.
Isn't it crazy that... Okay. Isn't it crazy, though? Isn't it crazy that if they were that, spiritually connected and finely tuned, living off the earth, the way we were meant to be prior to us doing all this shit now, and isn't it nuts that then that's like the best way to be, but then the life expectancy was like 14 years?
Yeah, it sucks. Like if you made it to 30 years old, they were like, well, you're a little pussy. You didn't die in war.
Right.
You got no disease. Like it was very rare. I think when they say like, oh, Socrates died an old man, they meant like 27.
Right.
Like that's probably what it is. Because you were off to fighting in war at 13. I mean, you were, you see in the second Game of Thrones episode that just came out, the new one, they're trying to marry a girl off who's 12. And ain't nobody batting an eyelash.
Nobody batting an eyelash on that. No
that's what happened.
No internet.
So NASA just revealed what black holes sound like, and it's haunting. Let's hear a black hole.
Yes. It is haunting. I think they said it was like gas or whatever. Traveling.
Kind of nailed the space sound effects in movies, I guess.
That shit's eerie.
Yeah, man. I don't.
I hate looking at stuff like this. Although I do love it. I hate, but it's too for me. I'm like, this is the most interesting thing in the world. This is fascinating. And then the rest of the day, I'm like thinking of myself in this very existential like way.
Well, like honestly, look, go back to that picture of the black hole. I'm not even honestly trying to be funny, but like when you look at the stars, when you take a microscope and put it to like a stardust, it looks exactly almost identical to the cell circulatory system of a human being. Like, so that's where they come up with the thing of like, oh, we come from that because it's mirrored and imaging that. Like that looks like an anal cavity or a throat. Mm-hmm. It just looks like it. So it's like, it's all part of it. It's like, you know, because my question to you is this, my question to you is this. When you die, okay, is it possible, if everything actually is happening now, that you just maybe go to another time? Because memories, it's been very close to being scientifically proven. It is a hard hypothesis right now that most of the scientific community agrees on. Memories, they believe, are now inherited through birth. That you inherit your mother and your father's certain memories and your great-great-grandfather's memories. And it is all passed down through the cells. This whole idea that everything comes from the brain is being shattered. And they're trying to do so much more research on the gut, on the cells, that actually is
You're saying transference of imagery or memory.
Like we said on a few Hey Babes ago, when that woman had to get her organ removed and then replaced with, I think it was a kidney. She had to get a kidney transplant, and she got a kidney of a man who was a house general contractor. She started doing all her general contract work. Yeah. Pimp, we talked about it.
We discussed this.
She was just a regular woman in her 40s that started putting up sheetrock, putting down flooring. She was backing up a cement truck.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's real.
So funny. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, it's
God.
real. Yeah. Pimp. Google organ transplant woman becomes general contractor. No, wait. Okay. Go Google organ transplant woman becomes woman. I don't know. Organ transplant woman does good at building.
That's actually like how he would have written it.
No, it's true though. I saw it. We watched it, Pimp, right? Already on Hey Babe?
Yeah, we have discussed this.
Yeah,
I forget.
I kind of remember it. Oh God.
Okay. Wait.
Oh my God.
Why do you keep pulling up Anthony Davis?
Oh, I hung with him recently.
With Anthony Davis?
He was on the show. He's going to be on
USA
Jokers.
Olympic. He's an NBA champion too. He won with the Lakers, didn't he? Was he on the NBA winning team?
I don't know if he
The championship winning team?
Because did he win with them? Oh yeah.
Yes, he did. Okay. That yeah. So what happened? So what was he like? What did he say?
Oh, he's the best. He was so cool, so much fun. We had a lot of laughs.
Is he tall in person?
He is so freaking tall, dude. It's wild. But yeah, they did. But he actually messed with me.
What did he say?
So I had to do a series of challenges. Like so you know how I am with sneakers. I like sneakers.
Love sneaks.
They got a pair of sneakers. the new Travis Scott like Jordan 1s high and low, and those two things together is over $5,000. They bought them.
Wow.
And I got to the on set, and they had them on a podium in a glass box, and they said you could have going to go through a few rounds of things, and each time you're gonna be able to either do something to the sneakers, or you have to do it to yourself. And if you do it to yourself, we won't do anything to the sneakers. So at the end of this, you could end up winning.
That's actually an awesome bit.
At the end of it, you could end up winning, these sneakers that are probably like $5,500. So I was like, oh, you kidding me? I've been wanting those.
Right.
So the first thing was, it was not that bad. They were like, we can cut the tongue off the sneakers, or cut your pants right now into like little Daisy Dukes. So I was like, fine. So they cut my pants off into little Daisy Dukes instead of cutting the things. You could see both of my Jaden tattoos.
Right.
It was funny. I was like, and then the next one was, all right, you could drink a mixture of minestrone and clam chowder out of one of your shoes, or out of this old used fireman's boot. So I did. I drank out of the fucking boot.
Right.
I had
Fuck it.
Yeah, right? It was gross.
I believe it.
There was probably leftover, like, bad stuff in there.
Yeah, the firemen used to shit in their boots.
Yeah. Third one. I could do something to the soul, or sign my soul over to Murray.
Okay.
They had a contract drawn up, and they had a notary public there. And so I signed my soul over to James.
But what does that mean?
I don't know.
Right.
I truly don't know, but he owns my soul right now.
Right.
It is a legal document.
Right.
So he owns my soul. He's going to hold it over me, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I sold him my soul. Next one was my mom comes out.
Right.
They sit her in a chair right next to the sneakers. They say, you could dump a full bottle of red wine on the sneakers, or a full bottle of red wine on your mother's head. Yeah, on your mom.
And it was your actual birth mother.
Yes, my mom. Yeah.
Talk about, Sal, tell me about a time.
Yeah.
Just one time you got stuck focusing on problems instead of solutions. And how did that situation go better with a different mindset? I want you to talk to me about that.
It happens to me daily, so I can't even pick one. And yes, if I had a different mindset, I probably could avoid a lot of it.
Well, I'm going to give you the keys to a different mindset. And those keys unlock a little door with the front right on the window.
There's a little sign.
It says, Dr. Leibowitz, BetterHelp.
That's right.
It says BetterHelp because my actual counselor's name on BetterHelp is Dr. Leibowitz. I asked him if it was okay to say his full last name. He said, no problem. So Dr. Leibowitz, if you're listening, and I think you actually are,
you would definitely
because you are making the decision if you want to put me on antidepressants or not. So you're watching anything I put up. I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for helping me through a lot of things that have been going on in my life. BetterHelp worked for me. It will absolutely work for you. I can guarantee it, because I don't have to fight through anxiety to get out the door and go to an office. I do it right from the comfort of my own home, right on the computer, and I turn the camera off.
If you're thinking of giving therapy a try, BetterHelp is a great option. It's convenient, accessible, and affordable. Let me tell you something else about BetterHelp.
I'll tell you.
Get matched with a therapist after filling out a brief survey. You can start talking to someone within 48 hours. You can switch therapists anytime. When you want to be a better problem solver, therapy can get you there. Visit BetterHelp.com.
BetterHelp.com/HeyBabe
today and get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp.com/HeyBabe.
That shit's pee.
This episode is brought to you by Ridge Wallet. The Ridge Wallet holds up to 12 cards, plus room for cash. There's over 30 colors and styles, including the Hennessy Performance, the Carbon Fiber, and the Burnt Titanium. I got these products delivered to my house a couple of weeks ago, and I absolutely love them. I'm using the wallet right now. I'm also using this dope pen that they make, and I also have a really cool keychain holder. And actually, I think either in this episode or the other episode, I was wearing their t-shirt. So big fans over here. The wallets have over 50,000 5-star reviews. The durable material means each wallet comes with a lifetime warranty. The Ridge team is so confident that you'll like it that they'll let you test drive it for 45 days. You can send it back for a full refund if you don't love it. It's made with RFID blocking technology that protects you from digital pickpocketers. And here's a special bonus for our listeners. With every dollar spent on the website before September 30th, you'll be entered to win a brand new upgraded Ford Bronco or $75,000 cash if you prefer. Winner will be announced in October. To get your Ridge wallet and to enter for a chance to win a Ford Bronco, go to https://ridge.com/heybabe and use coupon code HeyBabe to enter. Yeah. And I was like, oh my God. And I just felt so bad. I felt so bad.
You dumped it on your mother?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I felt so bad.
Wait, did the episode come out already?
No, it's like season 10. We filmed this comes out like next year.
Oh my God.
I poured it on I felt so bad, dude. We have so many pictures because everyone was like, couldn't believe we were going to do it. Anthony Davis is laughing so hard. He's like jumping in the air laughing. And I just have the bottle of my mom's head all over her. And I'm like literally almost crying. Like, I'm so sorry.
When was she like, Sal, don't do this, don't do this?
No, she was so cool. She just looked at me and because I felt so bad. And at first she was like, don't do it. But then she was like, she literally on camera, I think she went, and she's like, do it. I want you to have the sneakers. That made me feel even worse.
So then what was
the
the final
weird way
thing?
that she was like, do it. What? I did it.
That was the last.
No, the last one was hot coals. Could put the sneakers on my feet and walk over the hot coals with the sneakers on, or I could walk barefoot.
What'd you do?
And I did barefoot hot coals.
And you got the sneakers.
I got the sneakers, okay? I burnt a part of my toe. I got the sneakers, and then they're like, wait, one more thing. They take me through a door, and it's a gym. And in the basketball gym, the Boys and Girls Club were there, and they had a tournament. And it was this free throw tournament, and they were all with their parents. There's like 25 kids, like 25, 30 parents, whatever it was. And as I'm walking through, they tell me, all right, this is the last thing. This is a local Boys and Girls Club. This kid just won the sneakers in the free throw contest. And I walked up, and the father and the kid was standing up there. Everybody else was in the crowd. And they're like, ladies and gentlemen, the guy donating the sneakers. and Anthony Davis. So me and Anthony Davis walk out. I'm holding at the sneakers are there. And they go, all right, Sal, you could give the kid the sneakers, or you could tell him he doesn't get them. And I stuttered and everything, but I told the kid, I changed my mind. You don't get the sneakers. And then the parents were like, what? And they just started like yelling.
Because they genuinely were like.
They started booing and everything. And I just took the sneakers and I literally beelined out of the gym.
Yeah, because that would.
And then Anthony Davis took his shoes off and gave it to the kid.
Because you would make your mother. I mean, how upset would your mother be? Like you.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I said to them. I go, how do I not? I did all those things. How do I not go through with it now? I could have not done that to my mom.
So that kid, right now to this day, does not have those sneakers.
No, I have.
You have. Are you sure we can give away endings of the episodes, too?
Yeah, what are we gonna do?
Whatever.
It's not like it's a suspenseful drama thriller.
That's wild, man. That's the thing is, sometimes, you got to just say, fuck it, man.
I got those shoes. They were worth $5,500.
A pair of shoes like that, will you ever wear them outside?
I do it. I have some pairs I won't wear outside. Usually, like when they're that much money, I probably won't.
So what will you do with them?
But like
you hold it. It's like Bitcoin.
Yeah. Although I'm sure the bottom will fall out of this one day and they'll all be worth nothing, and it'll be a losing.
Well, then you'll have a good pair of shoes.
Yeah, but really the shoes are made for $10.
Right. They say
it's
you should
weird
at least for a couple of hours a day try to walk on the earth barefoot.
Who can do that?
People who live by the beach. I think that's a big plus, right? Yeah. Go put your feet in. A lot of times people, what they would do is ancient people and like shamans and stuff, they just bury their feet in this. They just sit and put their sand over their feet, and they just stare there for 10 minutes and they charge from the
That's
earth.
what it's like basically, right?
Yeah, because you have to start to think about.
What about when you go on vacation? It's a very relaxing vacation. You're just like in the water and in the sand the whole time. I come home charged up.
Well, yeah. And I think too, now what's starting to become pretty evident is like Jesus or whoever the creator was didn't intend for people to be inland. They wanted everybody by the sea. That's why they built the sea. You got to stay close to the sea because all the things to benefit you and nurture you are by the water. You get in trouble when you go too far inland. Shout out Kansas. When we make a connection with the earth, when we ground through barefoot walking, there has been found to be a reduction in white blood cells and an increase in red blood cells, which hints to better immunity. Barefoot walking has been shown to help increase antioxidants, reduce inflammation, and improve sleep.
Sure, but what about the foot pain? So what are you going to do?
It's another.
I walk around barefoot on a hard surface, like cement or whatever, for more than a couple of minutes. I'm dying.
This could be one of those articles.
I'm dead.
Dead. That is not peer reviewed. Same thing as Big Sugar. This might be Bigfoot.
I remember that whole.
It's a dad joke.
It's great.
Yeah.
I love a dad joke. Yeah. Bigfoot. You remember the craze of the shoe that wrapped around all your toes?
That was horrible.
And they were saying that's what they were saying. They were saying that's the version of how to like walk barefoot, but with protection. I think
that shoe was horrific,
hysterical, ridiculous.
People wore that shoe all the time.
I thought it was like in a way. I mean, it's probably
really
really
great
good.
for you.
Yeah, I know, but it always looks so weird and maybe even pretentious. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but
You want to get a pair?
your toes going into veg,
Yeah.
and then what happens?
My toes cross over each other, so I would have to, every time I put on my shoe, pull my toes apart and put them in.
I know I have a broken left foot. I honestly think I have 2 broken feet. I really do. So I don't know if my feet can conform to a certain way. I have mastered the art of walking around trying not to get hurt. I know how to walk.
Yeah. I also, at some point, it's like, fuck your gadgets, fuck your improvements. Why don't you just learn to live with what you got? Not everything needs to be improved radically all the time. Even the iPhones, it's like, just pick a version and stay with it.
Yeah.
Just stop after 13
yeah.
or 12, whatever. Just shut. Not everything needs to be constantly updated.
Do one every
improved.
5 years. How about that?
Yeah, I mean, or like, what is this urge to always get better at stuff? Like, just be content with what you have. Like, every generation's got to come and how do I be the best? How do I be number one? Why do you have to be number one? Do you know how much pressure comes with being number one? You tell every coach, tells every athlete, you want to be number one. Well, I got to be number one. Why? Why do you have to be number one? Explain it. Explain the benefits of being number one other than unbelievable pressure, an exorbitant amount of people now trying to gun for you because they want to be number one, and then your ultimate fall from number one, making you inevitably depressed because we can only really try to stay in the moment. And if we're being coached all the time, stay in the moment, stay in the moment, stay in the moment, well, there will be a moment where you will fall to number 2 and you'll be depressed. Had you never been number 1 in the first place, you would be happier, healthier, and probably alive longer because nobody wants to take what you have. Heavy lie the crown is a saying that exists for a reason. You don't actually want the crown. When you try to come at me with your bullshit about what something you are mimicking that you heard some professional speaker say on TikTok about how you need to be the best and how you got to be number 1 and how I don't buy it. You know why? Because I'm happy with who I am. I'm saying my meat vessel that I'm carrying around today is enough.
Yeah, I took in everything you said.
When you go to other countries, okay, United Kingdom, they don't act this way.
It does give you a motivation, though. The striving for being the best. That kind of helps you excel in the journey. It's a motivator.
But
and then there's also impure motivations. Not necessarily impure, but people do some stuff for money. You got me. I don't know why. I'm thinking of fighting now. Fighters striving to be the best and the short shelf life and the fall from grace. But you could apply it to anything. But I'm thinking of like UFC people and stuff like
But
that.
you got to strive to. You got to be careful. If you want to strive to be the best, that's okay. But it has to be the best version of yourself, not better than someone else. You have to be the best you.
Well, that's not how sport at least works. Well, maybe individual Olympic sport.
If I was king of the world, I'd cancel sports.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
It's out.
Why? Why? Especially you're a big fanatic.
I love sports. I just
You don't think it's a? Please expound.
I think that
It's dramatic. It's impressive. It's competition. It's spirited.
No.
It makes money. It drives definitely helps
money,
cities.
evil,
True.
competition, evil.
Okay. So talk to me then. Tell me why.
Because
Entertaining. Watching people do something at a high level. Competing.
I think we're past it. As a people, I don't think we need to do it anymore.
You are a lover of sports. You're being serious.
I think it's just the same thing over and over and over again. You win the championship, then a month goes by, and then you create this fake thing again, and then win a thing that never mattered in the first place again. It's just a waste of your time. You should be, instead of playing sports, why not have all those athletes get out there, get barefoot, plug into the sand.
right.
Get on a higher consciousness. Let's get on a higher level spiritually. It's fake. I can understand if there was one time every 50 years you're playing the sport, and it's going to give your continent the advantage to get water and food. Then fine, by all means. But this thing, it's like, what is the point of a season? What is the point? Oh, you won the championship in 2012. Who cares? It's irrelevant. Like, I just had a 38th birthday. Who cares?
But
It's irrelevant.
you've been hanging out with him.
It's irrelevant.
I think when you're talking at least about not necessarily exercising, but when you're talking about competitive sports, they only exist through competition.
You know what?
So that would be wiped out. You're eliminating competition, I believe, right?
You know what, man? Let's bring back sports.
Already.
I actually think, after talking it through, what an idiotic idea it is to cancel sports. You need sports.
They promote a healthy lifestyle usually.
Promote a healthy lifestyle, discipline. My daughter could use with some sports.
People bond over sports.
The only sport my daughter's good at right now is crawling out of her crib and falling onto her head.
Is she the number one? Hopefully one day she will be.
Hopefully one day she will be. Let's see what height she can climb up and fall out of. Walt Disneyland. Tell me about it.
You were just there.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. I've been there maybe
Disneyland, I believe, although it's fun for all ages, you get excited, you get some endorphins. Ultimately, I don't know that it leaves our children happier, healthier, and in better condition from when they first went in. I think that you're in a rat race. I think that the things are overpriced. I think that it puts children into a space of like this reality that's kind of not what they'll grow up in.
But what about just creativity and fantasy and fun?
I don't think going to Disneyland. I think the ultimate thing you can do for your kids and be completely selfless is taking them to Disneyland. I don't think that it gets any harder on a parent than taking children, multiple children under the age of 7 to Disneyland.
It sounds
I
torturous.
don't think it gets any harder than that.
It sounds torturous. It sounds insane. I'm as impressed with that as the guy who's drawn sculptures on rice.
You think that's one and the same?
Pretty much.
I guess I can't really
It
articulate.
sounds like hell.
I guess I can't articulate why I don't like Disneyland. I was able to do it a couple hours ago, but now I can't. I just can't tell you why I don't like it.
Okay.
But I guess I should say that I'm happy my kids liked it. But what I am actually proud of is that we told my kids that we were going to take them back to Disneyland 2 times in 1 week. We're going to take them back to Disneyland if they listened. And then they didn't listen that night. And then we actually followed through and took Disneyland away from them. And
I agree.
And they cried for 5 minutes. And then we told them, Disneyland is gone, but not your day. So you kids can go in the pool and have fun there. And then they jumped for joy, put on their bathing suits, and stayed in the pool for 12 hours.
Right.
So you kind of realize your kids they don't need Disneyland.
Right.
Disneyland needs them.
Yes. It's true. And also, maybe, I think a lot of people are living vicariously. Like, they're like, let's go to Disneyland because they want to go to Disneyland.
Yeah, I would say that the most problems when I was at Disneyland with my family
used to go to
were the adults not agreeing over what section of the park they said the kids wanted to go to, a.k.a. what part do you want to go to?
Right. Yes.
Okay.
Yep. What was your favorite part
of Disneyland?
Yeah.
Space Mountain. Space
Mountain. That's the roller coaster in the dark, right?
Fully in the dark.
Yeah.
Space Mountain. And then also Guardians of the Galaxy ride. Phenomenal. It's in the old Tower of Terror.
3D thing?
Let me no, I'm not kidding at all.
Like the screen, the big screen?
And then it goes up, goes down. My daughter was screaming. She didn't know. When we were waiting online,
she's not understanding the physics of it.
Yeah, she goes, is there a drop? I was like, it's a little one. Because I thought that it was. And then it shoots you 200 feet into the air at the speed of light. Right. And then it brings you right back down. I'm not lying. This is 100% true. I told this to Pimp. TT Jerry was there, even my daughter. Someone in our ride, in our cubicle, fully shit their pants. No. A full shit on the floor out of their shorts. On my children. They fully shit in their pants. When you got out of the ride, the woman opened the door. She goes, all right, guys. You know, that was whatever, Guardians of the Galaxy. And then slowly put her mask up. I swear. Because they all were wearing COVID masks. But he fully 100% shit in his pants. And, Jerry was with her. She goes, oh, my God. He goes, I think somebody shit their pants. And then my TT Jerry. And then Delilah was like, Daddy, it stinks. And everyone was getting off the ride. I swear to God, except these 2 men sitting all the way in the corner of one part of the ride. Because you go in with like 12 people, but it was a full shit in the pants.
Wow. That's unbelievable.
It was not a fart. It was undoubtedly.
You saw it?
No, but you saw the 2 men sitting in the corner. I think they were a gay couple. 2 men sitting in the corner, not moving, and you knew that there was shit in that seat.
You could tell. You could just tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell.
And how I also know it was shit in the pants because the way you come out, you can see the line, which the line is moving pretty constantly because you can fit so many people, and the line was at a complete stop.
What does that mean?
Because they had to clean the shit off the floor before they could load more people, and so the line was at a complete.
Wait, you're convinced that not only did he shit, but the shit fell out of his pants?
He shut down the ride. There's no way. No, he shit his pants, and me and Jerry and my daughter and my stepson were kind of like being like, was that a fart? And it was fully shit out of his ass down his leg on Guardians of the Galaxy.
I mean, if that's not a plug for the Guardians of the Galaxy ride, I don't know what is.
Did a tourist get diarrhea on a roller coaster and splash 14 people?
Oh, God.
Could you imagine? I would have to think if I went on a roller coaster and somebody diarrhea shit in my face and I had waited 2 hours, at what point do you have to kind of make a split decision and say, well, I can't get out of this, so I might as well just enjoy the ride. right. And just let the diarrhea. Don't even try to move out of the way. Just keep your mouth shut.
Yeah. Just try to get whatever you can for them.
Close your eyes and just let it kind of happen.
That is the most zen. That's the most advanced way of looking at that situation.
That's what the Mayans would do.
That's what they would do.
Oh man.
Well,
you know what it's been.
This has been.
Hey
babe.
Don't be a fake, don't be a flake, don't run away from your feelings, babe. Don't be afraid, don't be ashamed, don't hesitate to say, hey babe, hey babe.